Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Alton Podcast. How's everybody doing today? How's Colton?
I am doing pretty good. How about you, my guy?
I'm doing good. So Colton tells me it's hot in Northwest Indiana. And he used the word hot.
Yes.
It's not hot.
So, Austin lives in Florida. You know.
It's not hot.
He's talking generally it's hotter in Florida. I can agree. I've been to Florida. I also know people who live in Florida. Minus Austin, obviously. Yeah. Apparently it's just hot everywhere. But it's more hot in Florida. That's what Austin's trying to say.
Colton?
What?
The pool has been 96 for the past 3 days.
The pool?
The pool. The freaking water in my pool has been 96 for 3 days.
Now that is hot.
But let me tell you, it feels nice because it's hotter in the air
Oh, really?
than the 96 pool.
What about the river? Is the river hot too?
I can't swim well enough to go in there yet. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And there's also gators in there.
Facts. Actually, wait. Is that why there's like a backyard dome over every pool in Florida? Is it to keep the gators out?
More the bugs, but I mean, yeah. Bugs and birds.
Man. Interesting. We learned something new. Everybody listening. We learned something new.
Okay. But there is a couple gators that go around our neighborhood ponds. Heck, there was a gator in the middle of Manatee Avenue, which is a road just I think east of me.
Yeah.
And it was stopping traffic.
That's hilarious.
So up north we had deer. Here we got gators.
How about it?
And deer.
And wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's gators up here. I doubt it.
No, there's no gators they're at a zoo.
Yeah, at a zoo. At Brookfield Zoo, yes, gators.
Brookfield Zoo, there's gators.
Lincoln Zoo, gators.
Lincoln Zoo. Yeah.
Florida, gators. Indiana, no gators.
No gators in Indiana. Not naturally, I don't think.
I have no idea. I'm going to imagine no.
Very confident.
Man, so, for everybody listening, today is going to be, me and Austin are at least thinking it's going to be a shorter podcast. We only got 2 major topics for you guys. One of which I'm really only going to talk about because I'm the only one who has experienced it. And I guess we'll just kick it off from there. What do you think, Austin?
Absolutely. And just so everybody knows, we are recording this on Thursday, the 28th.
The day before the podcast goes live.
Day before the podcast.
Unheard of.
I know. You know, we had to get off it yesterday. We wanted to do it Wednesday, but I had a lot of homework to do.
Yes.
And I had to be a responsible student, so I apologize.
Yeah. Austin thinks responsibility is better than the podcast. We hear you, Austin. We know how it is.
I'm still podcasting. I still have a crap ton of homework, and I'm still podcasting.
Okay. All right. I'll let you slide one time. How about that?
Okay.
All right. So, first podcast, we are talking about Minecraft Dungeons. Specifically, I'm technically reviewing it because I've actually bought it and played it, unlike Austin, because he is uncultured swine. Okay. Now.
Homework.
Yes. Okay. So like I said, I bought the game yesterday. I played it for about probably 3 hours. Okay. And it's definitely enough to talk on it. And, in short, the game is great. Austin, you are going to love it.
Okay.
So for everybody that does not know, Minecraft was bought by Microsoft like ages ago, probably more than 5 years ago now. And this is the first Minecraft and Microsoft collaboration as a full game since that acquirement. And it's great. Right off the bat, it's at least a 7 for me. The game mechanics are great. The storylines are pretty good. There's a really interesting inventory / enchanting feature, and it's a dungeon crawler for everybody that doesn't know. It's very reminiscent of Diablo and Gauntlet, according to my friend. And just all around, it's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty solid. And I think this is the most interesting part. As a PC gamer, I almost broke out a controller to play it.
Ooh.
And that is very interesting coming from me because I have never once put a controller on my PC ever. And I'll tell you guys why. It's simply because of the movement that you have to do with your mouse. So it's like League of Legends, where you have to click around to actually move the character. But Minecraft Dungeons actually takes it a step better than League. You can actually just hold left click, and it'll continuously move the character around the map.
You can hold right click and continuously move around the map in League.
I learned something new again in the podcast today, guys. Wow. It's a very educational podcast today. And we're only so many minutes in. But yeah, so you can do that. That's pretty cool. But, like I said, it's a little unnatural, I feel, for how long you have to hold left click to move, which makes me want to get the joystick out. So just from a comfortability standpoint, I would want to get the controller out. But other than that, I feel pretty good about the key bindings and stuff. The primary key bindings is 1, 2, and 3. I did change that to ASD simply because of what I'm used to. And I did look in the controls. 1, 2, 3 is not used ASD is not used at any other point in the game. So I just changed it, with the backup keys being the original 1, 2, 3. And yeah, it's the game. Like I said, the game mechanics are great. The animations are great. The sound is great. Yes, the game has OG Minecraft music, and it is fantastic. I think the only major caveat I have with the game is two things actually. It has its own launcher. You cannot access it from the regular Minecraft launcher. Actually, I'll take that back. You can access it from the original Minecraft launcher, but it does open up the second launcher. So that's a little weird. And then the biggest caveat is that you need a Microsoft account. You do not log in with your Mojang account. So I'm rocking the OG Xbox 360 gamer tag again, everybody.
So, not to cut you off, I like how you mentioned that the game has a Diablo feel. Mm-hmm. When I was looking at the Twitch streams of it and looking at some reviews and stuff like that, because as Colton said, I haven't bought it yet. I'm sorry, I'm behind. It's got that hack and slash, classic dungeon crawler. It looks like a PG version of Diablo to me.
Yeah, and I can confirm that is exactly what it is.
Yes, and I have a couple concerns.
Okay, maybe I can answer these concerns for you.
I was hoping you can. So, I like how you mentioned item drops. Not the item drops, the enchantments.
Yes.
Because that was one thing I was wondering about. And then, how are item drop? Is the drop rate, would you say, is high? Do you think it's low?
I would...
Like, how often do you get the new armor, the new weapons, the perks?
Yeah, so... So take this with a grain of salt. I'm not sure if the item drops go up or down the farther you go. But like I said, I'm about 3 hours into the game, and in total, I've probably got about 25 drops. And
not bad.
I will say, about half of them are rare. So, which makes me think they're not actually rare, because I've gotten so many. But, so I would say the drops are plentiful. Maybe even slightly OP, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like I said, I've played about 3 hours worth, so maybe 10 drops an hour isn't that OP. And I do want to also mention that the average game lasts at least 15 minutes, probably. So
that's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not like you're doing 2-minute dungeon crawlers. So, I mean, it definitely passes the time, and I'm
That's
very
good.
excited to play a lot of it.
So, I don't know. Have you played Diablo
I have not, but my
or any
friend
big
has
major
played
hack
it.
and slash games?
Major hack. The closest thing, other than watching Diablo, I have played Binding of Isaac. I wouldn't
Okay.
necessarily consider that hack and slash, but I guess.
Okay. So a big thing I've noticed, and maybe this isn't true for all hack and slash games, but the ones I have played, they generally have a very quick progression through the early stage, and then they hit you like a wall about mid to upper late.
Okay.
So like Diablo, if you know what you're doing and know your rotations and stuff like that, you can get to a level 70 character in about 3 hours. No, it doesn't take you very long at all.
Gotcha.
But then getting those higher torments, it requires you hitting certain bosses and getting those unique drops. Getting ancient rolls and unique rolls, they added some more too. But my big concern with Minecraft Dungeons was going to be item selection. You know, is there going to have multiple different build styles early on? Without having gems to boost specific stacks like dexterity and intelligence and stuff like that, like Diablo had, do they have different stats that are as on par with that, like maybe attack damage and defense, or armor plates or something like that? And then, where's the bar? Like, what's the... So Diablo, you have continual torment difficulties, you have the Greater Rift challenge that allows you to keep upping your game a little bit. What's that going to be in Minecraft Dungeons?
Yeah. So, I have noticed that it does get more difficult, I would say rather quickly, which is awesome. Maybe that's actually why the drops are more plentiful, because they know what you're getting into very quickly. The To answer your question about like different skill sets and stuff like that, you can have different characters with different like weapons, armor, abilities, all that. So you can have. I think I haven't made a second character yet, but from my understanding, is that you can continue the current world with whatever character you want. You can pick and choose
Okay.
between and just move forward as you please. And the enchantments, for everybody wondering, you level up once, you get 1 enchantment point. And then you can use those enchantment points to buy enchantments for 1, 2, or 3 enchantment points. And there are so many different enchantments. It's incredible. And there's more items than you probably think there are, too. Like the sword, the melees alone, I've seen like 5 different weapons. I've seen like 5 different bows. I've seen like 3 or 4 different armors. I have like 3 different ability tools. And like I said, I've barely scratched the surface of this game. And each weapon has its own enchantments. So even though you have a melee category, 2 different melee weapons have different enchantments than the other. So like if you had a sword and an axe, they'll both have different enchantments, but they're just both under the melee category. And slight side tangent, when you're in the inventory, they have an enchanted section, so you can see all of your enchanted gear versus all your non-enchanted gear, so that's a nice touch to the game, I might add. But yeah, did that answer your questions?
Absolutely. You know, I think it's going to be a good game. I'm certainly going to purchase it probably over the weekend once all my homework is completed for the week.
Okay.
And I'll let you know what I think of it, you know, probably as soon as I buy it. But you should invest in Diablo.
My friend
it's
plays
like-
it a lot.
You should get it. You know, feel that game. because I think that would be a good way for you to truly, really compare. Mm-hmm. I don't think Diablo is necessarily the best hack and slash on the market right now. Mm-hmm. But it's got a good price point behind it, and they've been doing hack and slash games for a long time.
Yes.
It's their platform.
Got it. And yeah, for everybody listening, if you guys have the game, let us know in the comments what you guys think about it. If you guys do not have the game, let us know in the comments if you guys have any questions or worries. And like I said at the beginning of this segment, I easily bought it. There was no question I wasn't going to get it. I even bought the Hero Edition, which comes with 2 unreleased DLCs, which I'm also very excited for.
I'm buying it too.
Yeah. And
I have to.
I also bought the Hero Edition for cosmetics because your boy had to get the pet chicken. There was no question I wasn't getting the pet chicken, guys.
Oh yeah, you need the pet chicken.
Heck
it's gonna
yeah,
add the flair.
Dude. Oh, and the best part about the pet chicken is that he doesn't die. Like,
that's good.
He's immune to being seen by all the enemies. It's fantastic. Like the chicken lives. He lives on in your memory. You die, he doesn't. It's fantastic.
Oh, and by the way, guys, let us know in the comments too. We will, or I will. I can't not speak for Colton. Mm. But once I get the game, I'm sure I'm gonna stream it on Twitch.
Ooh.
I have to. I gotta. I just perfected all my Streamlabs stuff the other week. Mm-hmm. So I got all that kind of fixed and in shape again, so I can actually start streaming again.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Minecraft, about streaming, is that it's such an easy game to stream when it comes to layout of like your camera and your graphics and stuff like that, because nothing changes. It's not like Call of Duty to where like the bottom left you got your health, the bottom right you got the weapon stats, the top middle you have the clock or whatever, then there's a map, blah blah blah. And I can confirm that Minecraft Dungeons does have a minimal UI, just like a regular Minecraft. So it, too, is a great game to start streaming or continue streaming with.
It should be. I'm going to enjoy it, man. It's going to be a great game. And let us, again, like Colton said, we're kind of repeating ourselves.
A little bit.
Comment.
Let
us know what you think.
Yeah.
It's important to us.
Okay. Awkward silence means for a good segue. So, awkward segue. The Sony Xperia 1-2 has been released, I believe, or announced at minimum. I'm just going to say, right off the bat, Sony, what is his name? Why are there 2 different numbers in the same... I mean, one's a number, one's a Roman... I just don't understand, Sony. Please.
They're being special, they're being fancy.
But why? But why 2 numbers? And 2 different number formats? And they're right next to each other. Just call it the Xperia 2, Sony, please. Just do what everybody wants.
I agree with Colton. It is kind of weird seeing the 1 and then 2 Roman numerals.
It's so weird.
But they're trying to be unique, I get it. The pre-orders for this phone start June 1st. It's going to ship in the U.S. July 24th.
Okay.
And the price is going to be $1,200, $1,199.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taken that. It's a new flagship smartphone. It's taken the Apple route. I hate to say it. But they're trying to get that high price point going.
Yes. Now, to be fair, they do have some pretty super solid specs and a great camera great camera lineup, I must add. Okay. Just to run through the basic specs here real quick. 5.6 inch 4K HDR OLED screen, 21:9 aspect ratio. We got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor, 4,000 milliamp hour battery, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Let's see here. It looks like it's 5G capable. I'm not seeing any count of RAM, but I'm going to imagine it has at least 6 gigs based on the price and other specs here. And the thing that I think makes this phone the most is definitely this camera system. Not only do they have a 3-camera setup on the back alone, but the software in this thing. And you guys can see this on Unbox Therapy's video. It's up on his channel right now. There are so many interesting software features for this camera system. And, for people that don't know, Sony is the company that puts cameras in every smartphone ever. So they already have the best camera. So they take it a step further and they put the awesome software on it because they have the in-house hardware. Why not make in-house software? So, like I said, you guys can go check out Unbox Therapy's video on all that. There are so many crazy awesome features for this camera system. But, just to give you guys a little taste as to how crazy good it is, Lou from Unbox Therapy, by the end of the video, he was, he pretty much stated at the end of the video, this is the next daily driver. It's that good. It needs to be in my pocket right now.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So, we did recently a podcast on the upcoming iPhone 12. Mm-hmm. And I felt like it was nice to kind of compare that, kind of look back at that phone and show this with what Sony's bringing out now.
Okay.
And, a lot of things are really similar. The screen size, what did you say here? It is
6.5 inch.
6.5 inch, so the iPhone's going to be a little bit bigger for the top model.
Okay.
The iPhone 12 Pro Max is 6.7.
Mm-hmm. Can we get a price on that before we continue?
Of course. Let me scroll. He's making me scroll, guys. What the hell? That's going to be $1,099.
Okay,
so $100 cheaper.
$100 cheaper than the Sony. Okay.
The 3 phones before that are sporting a 5.4 inch and then 2 6.1 inch phone options.
Mm-hmm.
Going below the 1,000 marker.
Okay.
The screen, ironically, is also made from Samsung.
Like always.
Like always. And they are sporting the OLED display. Mm-hmm. I don't think it is a 4K resolution. I'm actually going to Google the resolution. I don't know why they wouldn't just say, hey, it's 4K.
So Apple is known to have lower resolution displays simply because they have Retina. So, I mean, take that how you will.
Okay. Let's see. So, 4K resolution, not revolution, per Google is 3840 by 2160.
Okay.
Their top of the line is 2778 by 1284.
Oh, wow. It's actually more.
So it's less.
Oh, it's less? Maybe I misheard you.
Yeah, 3840 by 2160 is 4K.
Got it.
So they're a little bit off still. Not by much, but they certainly are.
Okay.
So they won't have the 4K display. The battery size is very similar. They're both gonna be phenomenal phones in the market.
Mm-hmm.
My most exciting part with Sony's phone is the micro HDMI cable, man.
The micro HDMI. I totally missed this.
Yeah, so it's gonna have a micro HDMI cable, so you can connect it to cameras with HDMI output.
So this goes in line with the camera software probably I was talking about. Very cool.
I could see this being the next, major camera-based phone.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
And the camera looks great. It doesn't look bulky. It doesn't look blocky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of the new iPhone camera layout. I think it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It has that square in the back. But this looks pretty good. It's linear. I like linear.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good phone. I can't wait to see it. I want to feel it in my hands. I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to feel it.
Yeah, and like I said, again, go to Unbox Therapy's channel, everybody. You'll see how slim this phone is, too. The 21:9, the 21:9 aspect ratio alone is just ridiculously cool. So you guys, make sure you guys go check out that video.
And, unless Colton has more to say with the phone.
Does
he?
Do I? Uh,
Do you?
no. I think we're good.
It's segue time, guys.
Ooh, it's segue time.
So today's Thursday, and on Thursday nights at midnight, we get new Music Friday.
Oh, baby.
So, what was our last New Music Friday? What was yours, Colton? Or do I gotta guess again?
Okay. Austin guessed my New Music Friday last week. He was very close, but he didn't quite get it. But I think he'll get it this week. I really think he'll get it this week. So I'm going to have him guess my favorite song from this past week. What do you think it is, Austin?
Oh, man, there's a couple ones that it really could be.
Damn it. No, you know. You just know. Just go with it. The gut. Go with it.
It's the g-eazy song, isn't it?
It is the g-eazy song, and I will tell you why. Okay? First of all, let me just pull up the song title so everybody knows. It's called Free Porn Cheap Drugs by g-eazy. And it is honestly the craziest 180 I have heard from an artist of all time. It is insane. So everybody knows g-eazy's a rapper, right? And a pop rapper. Well, maybe not pop rapper, but he's a well-known rapper. Okay? This new song by him is the most indie song I have ever heard from a rapper. And at that, the vocals are him, for people that don't know. And it just doesn't even sound like him. And that's why it is so interesting to me. It's so unique. And I love it. The song alone is great. And then the meaning behind it, not the lyrics, but like, just him wanting to make stuff he likes. Oh, man. It's so good.
I listened to the song. Mm-hmm. Colton sent it to me on Telegram a few days back.
Yeah.
And I made it about a minute in. Usually I can finish the song, and I could not bring myself to finish the song.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't think I like the sound. It's not a bad song. Everybody has their own taste.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get behind it, I don't think. It's just like, and Colton's going to give me shit for this, Post Malone's Allergic song.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it. I can't do it. It doesn't do anything for me. It's not who I envisioned Post Malone being, so I can't like it.
It's not for everybody. Both songs. It's not for everybody. But it's just so unique, and that's why I like it. And I appreciate a different sound every now and then. And for every and I told Austin I need an album of the new g-eazy sound. And not even 3 days later, he announced on Instagram that it's happening. So I'm so freaking excited for this new album by g-eazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. But if it's songs like that, I don't know if I can get behind it.
It's going to be incredible.
That's my concern, man. Because, some artists, they make that 180 flip. Mm-hmm. And they do phenomenal, and they stay with that, and it becomes a new norm, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But that first song usually throws me for a loop, and it's hard for me to get behind it.
Yeah. Now, I don't see him sticking with this. I just see this as like a one-off project, or maybe him doing this like every other rap album. But I'm just super excited to hear how the rest of it sounds.
Mm-hmm. He makes great music, so I'm not going to be disappointed, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I save almost every single one of his rap songs. So, I mean, it's going to be great. So.
Does Colton want to try and guess mine?
You
should know it.
I was going to guess it. Well, I did guess it yesterday or the day before, and you told me it wasn't going to be that. So, I really
what was your guess?
It was going to be that KSI and Crip song.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, let's back it up then. Maybe a month ago or so now, we mentioned the KSI Poppin' Challenge. Mm-hmm. Okay, about a week or two ago, maybe? I'm guessing time frames here, 100%. Mm-hmm. It was announced that Crypt, a YouTube rapper, won the contest. So he just did him, KSI, and, what's the other guy's name?
I have no idea. There's a couple people on that song.
There's 3, yeah. Smoke Perp?
Possibly. I have no idea.
Yeah, I just googled it. And so they all did their remix, and it sounds great. I did save it, but it's one of those songs that it's good to listen to at occasions, but I don't know. Crypt used the same verse from his YouTube song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that he did for the challenge. He used basically the same verse in the song.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it sounds great. It's a great verse, amazing lyrics, but I feel like it could have been a little different to mesh with the song to make it like a good repetitive listening song.
Yeah.
But for this New Music Friday, being Colton has no guesses,
I have no idea.
I got 2.
Oh.
2.
Interesting. I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
So, Let Loose. It's number 1. It's gotta be.
By who?
It's by AK.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Come on, man.
Of course.
AK is my Post Malone, dude.
Yeah.
Phenomenal song. He's back in his old ways, back at his home studio.
Nice.
Sounds amazing.
Cool.
And you guys check it out. But my second one, Bloody Valentine
By Machine Gun Kelly?
by Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay. We'll call that a bonus, considering that's been out for like 3 weeks.
Well, it just hit Spotify 7 days ago.
No, it hit Spotify weeks ago, my guy. I have it saved.
Look at my screen.
I have it saved.
Hold.
But
Look at this shit.
I'm looking. What? It's in your release radar. That's why. Release radar updates how it wants to at time frames versus New Music Friday. That is only within the past 7 days.
That's annoying.
I hate to break it to you, buddy. I've been listening to that song for a long time now.
Oh, I heard it on YouTube. I just saw it on Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Either way, great song. I freaking love it.
We're talking about the mix-up of artists. This is the complete 180 for him as well. He's been doing a lot of songs like that, though.
Yeah.
In These Walls, Smoke and Drive. Well, I guess Smoke and Drive was more his normal.
Yeah.
So he's been kind of switching up, too. I like it.
Yeah.
This quarantine's got people changing their music.
Oh, yeah. And, I just want to touch on this Machine Gun Kelly part a little bit. Have you noticed that Travis Barker is everywhere lately?
Mm-hmm.
This dude is drumming for Machine Gun Kelly. This dude is drumming and writing music with Post Malone. This dude is doing his own music. This dude is on a song with Ian Dior like 2 weeks ago. This dude is everywhere.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
He's making so many plays with so many different people right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And now, people listening, potentially Austin, or do not hate me, okay?
I'm gonna hate you.
I looked up Travis Barker just to see what maybe he was dabbling in elsewhere, right?
Okay.
No.
No.
I just found out. He's in Blink-182. And that he's like 45.
You didn't know?
I thought this dude was in his 20s, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, no, not about his age. I mean about Blink-182.
No, I had no idea. I don't listen to a lot of old bands like that. So, like, that's why. But yeah, I had no idea. I was shocked myself when I figured it out. I was even more shocked about his age. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I would have never pegged him for 44.
Right? I'm saying.
But I did know he was in Blink-182.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I have not one Blink-182 song saved in my Spotify.
I have exactly one.
Oh, what is it? Is it the one that
No
everybody
idea.
knows? Or you have no idea?
Probably.
See, Austin's kind of on the same page. That's all that matters. Okay. Now, for everybody
Yeah,
listening,
it was one of the first saves.
yeah,
I'm sorry, guys. I really haven't been in that style of music for a while now.
yeah.
High school, Warped Tour. Had a good time. Listened to all those bands. Saved some songs.
yeah, saved a couple
but-
songs. Yeah.
I haven't listened to them since. I don't know if they've made anything new. I probably haven't followed the band for 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I could be wrong, but didn't they just do something with Lil Wayne like last year.
Oh.
Like some crazy one-off project with him. It was something like that, I think.
Let's find out.
Could be wrong.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, it was some crazy one-off thing that they did. And from what I remember, it was pretty popular for a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Interesting. I don't think I heard this song, man.
Yeah,
I had no idea it was out.
I've never listened to it myself. I just heard of it because it was like the weirdest collaboration of all time.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to have to keep that tab open. I'll listen to it while I'm doing homework after the podcast.
How about that? And
my life is so exciting right now with homework.
Wow. But before we officially end this segment, I do want to revert back. I do have a bonus song, just like last week. And it's a bonus song because it's technically a meme song.
Oh, no.
It's called I Wanna Go Outside by Snoop Dogg, everybody. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, it's about coronavirus and wanting to go outside because they're locked in the house from quarantine and everything. But it's actually a great song. I listen to it almost every day since it came out. It's so good. It's funny and great music at the same time. You guys have to go listen to it.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called I Wanna Go Outside by Snoop Dogg.
Okay. Listen to two things when I get out.
All right.
On this podcast.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
All right. So, I think that's it for New Music Friday, Austin. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think it's time to go into our next little segue here.
Oof.
Do the random topic generator.
The random topic generator segment of the podcast. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
This one's not quite as fun as the last few have been.
Okay.
This one's about accounting.
Accounting. Man, where's Nathan?
Where's Nathan,
Our
man?
favorite associate banker. Where is
I don't know if I'm going to call him
Nathan?
favorite.
Favorite, yes.
I don't know
The
if I can go that
favorite
far.
associate banker.
Associate banker, absolutely. Favorite? I don't know.
Favorite? Yes. Okay. So accounting, huh? Accounting. That's
just that word.
That's a 2 or 4 year degree. A lot of people get it. I know a lot of people that have it. You know, it's a safe route. Every business has money. Every business's money needs to be accounted for. Okay? So
I see that.
Yes. So it's crucial. It's effective to have accountants on the team. Yeah, money. That's all I got.
Money. So, just to kind of do a little more insight, because Colton pretty much covered a lot of the,
Like,
I guess,
just the basics, yeah.
accounting.
Literally just the definition, yes.
Yeah. It's a word we've probably all heard since we were in grade school.
Facts.
It's 3 syllables long.
Oh, accounting. You're right, yes.
Yeah, speaking of grade school, I mean, reaching back. This is definitely a topic we gotta stretch, so I apologize, guys.
Okay, stretching. I have a stretch, but I will wait until you are complete.
Okay. Per Google, accounting is the process of recording financial transactions pertaining to a business.
Okay.
The accounting process includes summarizing, analyzing, and reporting these transactions to oversight agencies, regulators, and tax collection entities.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Didn't know there was a technical, 5-step-ish process. A 3-step process.
Okay.
So that's interesting. What's your little stretch, Colton?
So my little stretch, you brought up grade school. I might add that you count money, you subtract money, you multiply money, you divide money, right? Maybe you take the square root of money if you're being a little sassy, you feel me? But no high school, almost no high school actually teaches personal finance.
Oh my God.
Like, okay. Now, to be fair, My school did, but it was an elective course. It was not a math class that was required. Tell me, Austin, why do I not know how to write, sign a check, do taxes? Why do I not know that by the time I graduated high school? Tell me why.
Wait, you don't know how to sign a check?
Well, no, I do now.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait a minute. We got bigger problems.
I'm just saying, why are things like this not taught in high school? That's what I'm getting at.
I agree, man. I've always thought that there should be a class that everybody takes to learn how to do their taxes, to learn how to, personally manage your money, because that's a really important thing in a capitalistic society.
Right.
And
go ahead.
We don't have that.
Right.
You're good. We don't. It'd be such a good, amazing lesson that so many people end up learning the hard way.
Yes.
And, I was one of those people. I had a basic job, getting basic, crappy pay for a while. And I spent my basic, crappy pay on basic, crappy things.
Same.
And now, I didn't have any savings really until I got better jobs and knew better. But that's part of the growing up process too, of course.
Fair enough.
But I could have definitely saved some money and did some smarter plays.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If I knew.
Yeah. So, and, just to take it a little step further, me and Austin, we've been dabbling in the stock market the past, 3 to 6 months, okay? So I think it'd be very interesting to teach kids that in high school. Things like, I'm not talking about things like basic principal times interest. No, I'm talking about, teach kids trends, analytics and trends in the market they are going to work in after they graduate high school or college. I think it's very interesting to look at how easily some things can affect businesses in major ways. Just coronavirus alone tanked the economy by 70% in 2 weeks. I think you should know that. I think you should know things like that when you go out there in the real world. And obviously, that 70% hit turned into unemployment rates going through the roof. I feel like you should know these things before you leave high school. Go ahead.
I agree. I think it's interesting how you mentioned that people in their field should learn the trends and the aspect of the stock market within those fields. That works for a lot of fields. And just one word of advice to everybody listening: be careful if it's medical. I can't invest in pharmaceutical companies because my job and research may contradict.
Yes.
So if I get a company that I'm invested in that wants to do a study with us, I have to sign a special form saying that I'm not financially involved within the stocks of the company.
Right.
So my work won't be potentially skewed because I want the company to do well and I want to make money.
Right. Yeah.
So it's good to know your personal market. And it's even better to know the opposite.
Right.
So I'm medical, I know IT. So, IT encompasses all tech companies. It encompasses, I think it encompasses solar energy. And all those other things that create a better future for us, potentially.
Sure.
So, stocks are important.
Yes.
Learn the stocks.
Just the market as a whole is important. Not necessarily just the stock market, but
Stocks.
yeah. Yeah. So, well, the random generator topic was accounting, right?
Yes.
So, if you're listening, if you are on the younger side, maybe teens, early 20s, maybe just take a look. Just do a couple basic Google searches. I guarantee you will learn so much in just a few Google searches. Google's a great tool. Use it. It's great. Educate yourself. That's what me and Austin have been doing for the past so many months. We've been educating ourselves simply through internet research and analyzing graphs. That's simply what we've been doing. And Austin, I don't know about you, but I have learned a ridiculous amount in the past 5 months.
Yeah. So, we were actually talking about stocks before the podcast started.
Ooh.
I haven't done a lot of stock research since I did my research about 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
2.5 years ago. So it's a little outdated what I thought I knew then, and what I thought I knew then I didn't have an amazing grasp on.
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing right now, I do not want to say now is a safe time to invest in the stock market because there could be a second crash.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. Stocks are never safe, quote unquote.
Right.
But the 70% hit made a lot of things cheaper to get into the game now.
Oh, yeah.
So you still gotta invest smart. You can't just throw $5,000 into a stock and hope it's all gonna be okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's, I don't want to say science, but there's definitely trends behind the market. There's definitely things that affect the market that you probably don't even know affects the market. There's a lot of things. And, just like anything, there's steps that you follow to get a result. I mean, it's as simple as that. You put in a certain amount of risk, you get a certain amount of reward. So
Yep.
TLDR to the accounting random generator topic segment. Do some research, and if you want to get involved, just know your risk.
Yeah, it's all about the risk.
It's all about the risk.
And one last thing
Ooh.
on this stock thing.
Okay.
I have had so many friends and the people I grew up with and stuff like that tell me they don't invest in stock market because they weren't good at math. They don't think they could read a graph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, knowing the math and knowing graphs well is an advantage.
Yes.
But you don't need to be a mathematician to realize the graph is going up or down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just basic trends. That's just basic, honestly.
So, like Colton said, it's all about risk and knowing when to buy when it's down so you can sell when it's up.
Yeah. But, don't take it from us necessarily. Do your own research.
No, not at all. Don't do it.
Do your own do your own research. Do with what you're most comfortable with, and your risk reward. That's it. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I think that's
it.
also the end of the podcast.
The end.
What do you think, Austin?
Well,
is that the end?
I think it is. Thank anybody for listening. We appreciate you stopping by our channel.
Yes.
And our podcast. Follow us.
Ooh.
I'm going to take the Colton approach.
Yes.
Twitter, Spotify. We're on Anchor. We're on... Are we still on Google Play?
We're on
Or have they banished us?
We're on everything.
On everything?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they did the kick yet.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you soon, guys.
Yeah. And just to get it in there. If you don't know where to find us, just go to altonpodcast.com. It's all there. And with that, we thank you guys for listening to this week's episode.
And make Colton make an Instagram.
25 likes.
In the comments.
25 likes.
25 likes.